¿Qué onda, mi gente? ¿Cómo están? Y welcome back to another installation of the Instagram for Business series. Are you struggling to get likes, comments, engagement? You know, you might not have the right CTA. Yep, the right CTA, call to action. You may not be telling your audience exactly what you want them to do and where you want them to go. So in this week's Innovative Insight, I bring to you how to create effective call to actions on Instagram. Orale, so welcome back. And as we stated, this week brings you how to create an effective CTA, a call to action. So what is a call to action? A CTA in marketing is a prompt designed to elicit a response or encourage an immediate sale. So don't we want these in our captions? I know that I use them quite a bit so that I can drive traffic, I can drive my audience, I can elicit the response that I want from my audience, whether it's to go follow me on my Facebook page, whether it's to go view my new YouTube video. Just for this specific video, I sent out a CTA in the caption of my post for the feed, as well as in my story to say, hey, I just dropped a new video. It's Thursday. It's Innovative Insight Thursday. Go check out what's going on the tube. Here's what's coming up. So I make sure that I drive traffic or I direct. So you're pretty much like, that old school traffic director, you're going, go this way, go that way, this way. So that's what you do on Instagram with CTAs. The most effective CTAs use active language. So what's active language? They're words like get, buy, build, learn, shop, click, and my favorite, double tap to like. Yep, that's my absolute favorite. That really drives the little hearts going on Instagram. It brings me the likes and the love that I like. So I am a big fan of the dale like. So you need strong active language to command your audience on what to do, because strong commands create a sense of urgency. It lets your audience know that they need to act now. They need to do something at this minute. They need to do something at this moment, or the opportunity may not come again. Here's another insight. Make sure to add your call to actions at the beginning. Why bury them at the end? I tend to do a little mix of both. If it's a new blog post, or if I'm talking about a subscription to my email list, or if I want my followers to sign up for a downloadable, then I probably put my call to action towards the bottom. I don't want to seem spammy because it's just not part of my brand. My brand gives, so I want to give to people, and I necessarily don't need anything in return. However, when I drop a link in my bio and I want people to sign up for my newsletter, I want some people to sign up for a downloadable, they can in turn give their email so that they can receive my PDF file that I created for them, then I want to make sure that they feel comfortable doing this. And in doing so, I don't want to be spammy. So make sure that your call to actions are within your brand message guidelines. Front-loaded call to actions, meaning that they are right at the beginning of the caption, are, for me, for my personal use, I tend to double tap to like, click to like, share with a friend, share with someone. So I tend to elicit what I want. Some call to actions are not always buy, get, build, learn, shop, click, give me your email address, I'll give you this. Sometimes my call to actions are questions in my captions. For instance, like, how's your day? Or what are you working on for your business? What mini goals have you accomplished this week? So soft call to actions also elicit engagement and elicit comments. I usually tend to follow a simple question with comment below. and I dropped little emojis in there with a little arrow down so that I can get the most engagement, so that that first line when you're scrolling through the feed is all you see, and it prompts you to want to answer and share what you're doing. So that's another form of a call to action. Another effective tip in using call to actions is making sure to include you and your. Always talk to your audience. So if I want you to sign up for my newsletter, I'm going to make sure that I say, hey, make sure you sign up and receive a free da 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 da. And that's what I do. So I say you. Or are you ready to start increasing your influence on Instagram? That's another great call to action. I'm including both the you and emotion to drive attention to my caption, to drive attention to what I want you to do. Then I direct you and say, then make sure you get this download to help you. It's a strategy guide for increasing your influence on Instagram. Another tip for your call to actions is to capitalize the call to action. Sometimes when I post something on my feed, I'll say double tap to like, and it's all in capitalization, and it's on the first row of my caption, the first sentence of my caption, so that it draws attention to the eye. So it's not just normal text, it really is capitalization. So I'm drawing attention to the call to action, what I want them to do. They immediately see it and it creates that response. It triggers them to double tap. Last but not least, make sure to insert emojis. Why? Because they are just fun. No, well, they're also fun, but they drive attention. Remember what I was just saying about the capitalizing every single letter in your call to action to drive attention, to make the eye want to go to that call to action? Well, emojis do that too. And especially if you pair emojis, or the correct emojis, with your caption. That caption, that call to action, if you're asking them to learn or shop, shop, you can put the little purse emoji. Or if I want them to get, I may want to add any arrow emojis, or even like the little dancing salsa girl emoji on her way to go get something. So use emojis because they really draw attention to your call to action. All right, so here are 20 ideas for a call to action that is effective, that can get you engagement and get you to drive your audience where you want them to go. Starting in at number 1 is join newsletter. So make sure that you use this specific call to action. If you're really trying to dial down on building your newsletter, drop it in the call to action. Say, hey, join my newsletter and receive this, or sign up for my newsletter. So that's number 1. Number 2, buy. Buy is so important. If you have a course, an ebook, a PDF file that you're selling, or for instance, if I have this wonderful jacket that I'm wearing and I want someone to buy that, I can put on my CTA, say shop for this jacket in the link in the bio, and I can literally elicit the response that I want. Like, I want my followers to go click on my link and shop what I'm wearing. Number 3 is like picture. Dale like. Yep, that's right. Dale like al picture. So double tap to like is such an easy call to action. I've been quite mentioning it throughout the video because it is an easy one to get what you want. Number 4, follow account. So in the caption, as a CTA, the first thing on there is if the algorithm picks up my picture and they see in bold letters, follow me or follow, my page, then I'm going to get that. I'm going to get followers or people that are viewing my page and say, you know what? Yeah, let me go follow and click on the page. Number 5 is also follow, but follow to other platforms. I tend to always say, hey, if you want to see something different other than what you see on Instagram, make sure you're following us on Facebook, or make sure you're following us on Twitter. I'm pretty funny. So make sure to always use that call to action when you want to drive the audience off of the Instagram platform and into the rest of where you're hanging out on social media. Number 6 is a teaser. This is a great idea for a call to action because if you are working on something, you can kind of put a picture on your feed that people are going to be talking about, like, what is going on, what is she doing, and then in the caption put a teaser. Say, wouldn't you want to know what's coming up next, or stay tuned, we are working on something. Anything that teases, entices, so that they can come back and they want more from you. They're going to be looking for whatever it is that you posted as a teaser. You leave the audience wanting more. Number 7 is tag. Tag someone is the easiest, next to double tap to like, it's the easiest CTA that you can use to create engagement. I use that one also, and I tend to use it when I want people to tag someone. Tag someone who will benefit from this tip. Tag another business owner. Tag a Latina who's crushing it out there. So in the comments, I ask my audience to tag their favorite, for instance, La Latina that's crushing it out there. And they, start dropping other people in the comments. What happens after that is that I tend to like everybody's comment, and those people that were tagged tend to follow me also. Most of the people that your followers tag are not following you yet. So it's a great way to draw attention to your feed and increase your followers. At number 8 is register. This is another good CTA action word because you want people to register for either a course that you're working on, a course you're promoting, an event that you're promoting. So whatever it is that you're promoting and it involves registering for, a call to action is definitely needed. Number 9 is listen. Listen to this podcast, or turn on the sound is another one that is along with the whole listen. So turn on the sound and listen are really great call to actions because sometimes, we might use WAV files included in our feed posts that talk about something. So you want people to, tap to listen. Also, listen to my podcast. Link in the bio. I just dropped a brand new episode on my podcast series. So I want people to go and listen to my podcast. I want people to come off of Instagram, not just watch me, but now I want them to listen to me. So that is an effective call to action. If you're a podcaster out there, or if you're thinking about starting a podcast, this is definitely, a call to action that you should use. Another idea, and in at number 10, is limited. For a limited time. This limited edition, this limited opportunity. Anything that's limited, that you put a time restriction or any type of restriction on something, it's going to create urgency. So a limited product or a limited time as to when they can register for this course really creates that sense of urgency to drive people to do what you want them to do, register for that course, buy whatever it is that you're selling, and it really is effective in getting the sales up front rather than dragging out something that you have something on sale for such a long time that you're offering, but there's no sense of urgency in getting it because people think that you're gonna have it around for a long time. Number 11 is read. Yes, I want people to read the blog. Whatever blog post that you just spent hours to create, hours to perfect, and hours to clean up all of your grammar, you want your audience to read it. So make sure that you use call to actions to encourage your audience to go read your blog post. Number 11 is watch. Like you're doing now. I want my audience to watch these videos because they're going to get a lot of tips on how to do things effectively, on all the tips and tricks that I have to really start growing an audience, to build their business, to build their brand, and also, marketing things that I know that I went to school for. I want to share it with you. So I want people to watch. So if I have a new video, you best believe that I put watch my new video, new on the tube, click the link in the bio. Number 13 is download. I want people to download a PDF. I want people to download a white paper that I worked so hard. I want people to download a case study. So if you're in that kind of industry where you need people to download certain things, make sure you include it in your call to action. All right, number 14 is call. Yes, call. Llámame. So I dropped the llámame in my caption because I want people to call me. I want people to call me because I want to give them something for free. And for instance, for me, if you call me, you can set up a call with me so that I can give you a 15-minute quick audit of your Instagram feed. So actually, go ahead, go do that right now. Follow me at @thejfranco on Instagram and click on the link on the bio to set up your 15-minute free audit. So it's an audit. I give you 15 minutes of my time and I go through your feed and I tell you constructive criticism and things that you can do to really upgrade your page to get more influence, get more engagement, get more likes, dale like. So definitely go on there and do that. You want people to call you. If you're a personal trainer, call me. I'm offering a free fitness assessment. If you're a realtor, call me. I can, give you a tour of some of the most recent listings that I have not yet shown anyone. Call me. I'm a life coach. Let me give you some time so that we can go together and work through powering through some of the things that are prohibiting you from living your best life. I don't know, I just made that one up. Bueno, y luego at number 15 is add. Yes, the little tag thing on the side where you click. Sometimes I want people to save that because, like, for instance, in my business, if it's something important and relevant to my business, I want people to click on the add to add to their favorites. It adds it to their favorites and it saves it there so that people can go back and use it as a resource. So definitely use the word add to favorites or that phrase add to favorites when you want people to save the post that you posted on your feed. At number 16 is share this post. I use this quite often. I click on the share. If I see something on Instagram that I really, really like, I click on the little share on the little, paper airplane sign. I click on it and I share it to my Instagram stories. So I want to make sure that I always include share with a friend because it's very important that whatever you posted, if it's of utmost importance, if it's giving value to your audience, then they're going to want to share it with their friends. So make sure that you prompt, share with a friend to their Instagram stories or wherever you want them to share. At number 16 is share with a friend. We are able to text our friends through DM. We can even share things with our friends. So one of them was tagging your friend in the comment. Another way you can kind of share things with a friend is to, click on whatever you liked, click on the little paper airplane and send it to a friend. Say, hey, check this out. I tend to do this a lot with my photographer. I'm like, oh wow, here's a new spot in Houston that just opened up. Let's go check this out. Wow, check this out. Look at this feed. It's absolutely amazing. I've shared whole profiles. Because you can share profile to another friend on Instagram. Or you can share something in the feed and you can even share, stories. So it's really important to use share with a friend. If this is something that is interesting, wouldn't you want your audience to share it with a friend? Another call to action idea is Regram. Regram this post. If you just posted something on your feed and it's quite exciting, it's pretty amazing, or it's a contest, or it's a sweepstake, or you want to make sure you diffuse that message as much as possible, Regram. Ask your audience to regram this particular piece of content on their feed. Number 18 has to do with sharing again. Use that call to action. Share to your story. If you're promoting a giveaway, a sweepstake, if it's something important, if it's, something of value that you want your people to do, share it to their story. In at number 19, and I should have probably made this one number 1, is double tap to like, because it's my absolute favorite call to action. There's no need to explain this. You already know what dale like is. Whether it's in Spanish or in English, it doesn't matter. It's still the same, dale like. And the last call to action that you should really be using, other than the dale like, double tap to like, is definitely comment. Comment below. So as I stated earlier in the video, ask a question and then put comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. I'd love to hear what you're sharing with me. Get your audience to start sharing more of them with you, because then you get to really understand who they are, who's following you, why are they following you, and what are their habits, what are they like. You really start to gain that insight as to what kind of content you need to provide for the people that are listening to you, the people that are watching you. So it's super important to always ask for comment below. Bueno, mi gente, as always, subscribe. Yes, subscribe. And if you found something that is truly valuable in this video, I want you to hit the share button and share it with one of your friends. Share it with someone who really needs to up their game on Instagram, who needs to create the correct call to actions to drive engagement, increase followers and comments, and really get their business launched on this platform. I want everyone to be successful on Instagram, and although you may think it may be too late in the game for you, or that there's way too many people, or that the market's overly saturated, guess what? Instagram is king and primal for niches. So if you're very specific in who your audience is, you best believe you're gonna find your tribe on Instagram. So make sure that you share this video with someone who's trying to dial down their branding, their influence, and their business on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe. Next week, you are going to want to make sure you stay tuned to next week, because it's all about the hashtags. I've got some hashtag hacks for you that you've never seen yet. I share with you next week my personal secret sauce and recipe for success on Instagram with hashtags. So as always, muchas gracias por estar aquí conmigo. Besitos a toda mi gente. I'll see you guys next week.